All right, what's going on, my Baroni brothers? It is I, your host, Mikey G. We're doing a little bit of a we're doing an analysis here. We're doing a dual stream today. I'm going to start trying to do more dual streams. Ultimately, no promises on whether we do more dual streams or not. Just saying. Give me one moment though. I actually do need to sign into something here. Give me one moment, folks. I gotta do a quick sign in onto this. What is that? Let's see. Okay, there we go. We're in the chat. So, since we're doing a dual stream, I'm going to be mainly focusing, I'm going to try to focus on the vertical side of things, but at the same time, nothing's perfect. We're going to still try to highlight the different chats. We're going to highlight the majority of them in the upper left-hand corner of the horizontal stream, but this is a dual stream. We're doing this for more longevity. We're talking at the end of the day about swing trading. We love swing trading on this channel. It's something I'm passionate about. And I love it. I'm a swing trading kind of guy, man. I can't help myself. And I can't help myself. So I'm going to try dual streaming. Oh, that is so weird. It's not letting me dual stream. What the hell? It's not. What the hell? Let me refresh the page real quick. This is the second time I've tried to do a dual stream. First time it worked. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Perfect. We have the dual stream enabled. And there we go. I think you guys could probably see me. I don't think we have any dropped frames. That's good. No dropped frames. Everything's looking like it's clean cut. And welcome to the show, everybody. It is I, your host, Michael Garza, whatever you guys want to call me. We're talking about swing trading individual ETFs. Now, we've talked about this before, individual ETFs versus individual stocks, which is the better to swing trade. I prefer swing trading index ETFs. That is definitely my preference. And I think that's always going to be my preference, ultimately. I will always prefer swing trading over anything else. I think it's just the better way to do it. But I'm glad to be on the show today with you guys. This is great. We're doing, like I said, we're doing horizontal and we're doing vertical. So let's see. Is that actually showing up properly? It's a little bit too big for my tastes. Let's get that a little bit lower, There we go. Okay, so we're doing this. I'm doing this in OBS Studio. So I don't have the text-to-speech enabled on this particular one. Normally, like I said, I'm not going to stop just doing exclusive vertical lives. Those vertical lives are incredible. But yeah, no, we're doing this a little bit differently than normal. I'm going to see what it looks like on here. But anyway, let's focus on the crux of this all. So the reason I swing trade, one of the primary reasons I swing trade ETFs is due to the fact that when you're swing trading an ETF, you have a bit of an advantage because index-based ETFs have some security through diversification. Now, the security through diversification obviously can keep the index afloat by having, multiple companies that do well, and obviously there's going to be companies that don't do so well. That's bound to happen. Now, can indexes crash? Absolutely. The VT, by the way, can crash at any time. But I love swing trading the Vanguard Total World Index, and none of this is financial advice, by the way. This is just the way that I do things, and it's entertaining to me. This is for educational entertainment purposes only. But one of the things I've noted about swing trading ETFs is it's a lot safer than swing trading an individual stock. while I would be perfectly content swing trading Realty Income or Coca-Cola, but at the same time, it's kind of a lie. I don't think I would be perfectly content. I prefer swing trading an index for profit. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm only swing trading 1 or 2 ETFs in my portfolio. And those ETFs specifically take up 20 to 30% of my overall portfolio. So the goal is to make sure that 20 to 30% of my portfolio is actively traded because of me, because I like to be involved in my portfolio. I think more people should be involved in their portfolio. I'm not saying that you have to check the markets every single day. I think that's crazy. But checking the markets once or twice a day to see if there's any opportunities, especially in swing trading, is perfect in my mind. And that's how I do it. That's my main philosophy. So yeah, ultimately at the end of the day, I am a swing trading maniac. I love to swing trade. It's just something that I do. And I'm pretty unapologetic about it overall. I think swing trading index ETFs is probably the most brilliant thing I can do. And it's just good for money. Honestly, I make good money doing that shit. And it's supplemental income, too. So not only that, if I don't need the money, great, I'll just put it into other long-term investments. But if I do need the money, I can easily take the swing trading profits, put it wherever I need to put it, right? And that absolutely matters. 100%. But yeah, no, so I feel more comfortable. It's a comfortability thing. I feel like there's obviously less risk swing trading an index versus swing trading an individual stock. While granted, I love Coca-Cola, but I would feel uncomfortable if that was the only thing I'm swing trading. Swing trading entire indexes is just, in my opinion, a lot safer. I love globally diversified indexes like the VT, for example. It really is my fave. Like, if we're going to go with my favorite of the favorite of the favorite, it is the Vanguard Total World Index, without a doubt. I will always be sprung whenever I see the Vanguard Total World Index. It gets me sprung, it gets me happy. It makes me feel like my wang actually works. You know? But yeah, guys, don't forget to tap the subscribe button, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. We're doing everything we can in our power to get the channel up and running and rolling. We've done a pretty good job so far. I think we've really kicked butt and shown the world that we're serious. We're serial. But no, I think if we're to be legitimate and honest, ET, what up, my brony? ET's in the house saying first to comment. We're doing a dual stream today. Got a lot of people who are subscribed tuning in. I love it. Yeah, and you know, and look, we are an investing channel primarily. We do talk about politics as well. We're kind of, I guess, we're a politics investing channel for the most part. But I'm really proud of what I've been able to accomplish with this channel, and I'm proud to have you guys as subscribers. Just as a shout out. Overall, my main philosophy here with the swing trading side of things is. The reason the index is safer is because there is a certain strength in numbers, sort of dealio. So, for example, if I decided to swing trade the VOO, which is like an S&P 500 ETF, and I'm not promoting it or endorsing it, but if I swing trade that, I would feel more comfortable swing trading an S&P 500 ETF than swing trading like 1 or 2 individual stocks. As much as I love Realty Income, and as much as I love how diversified it is within the real estate sector, it is one of those I would buy on the dip, though. So in a sense, because I do buy low and sell high, Realty Income is not necessarily off the table as a swing tradable product. In fact, it is one that I would consider swing trading if I decided to start swing trading individual stocks more often. But instead, I prefer to hold on to Realty Income. I'm a buy and hold kind of guy for the most part. That's majority of my portfolio. But it's funny. Nobody really considers swing trading the most broadly diversified index ETF. That is something that shocks me. I'm a little bit surprised that people don't swing trade those types of ETFs. And I do say, why not? Why not swing trade those kind of ETFs? Because the reason I swing trade the VT is there is a level of protection through the intense diversification it offers. 10,000 holdings spread out across the entire globe. It seems pretty safe to me. It's not perfect. There's obviously going to be volatility, but you have to be smart about volatility with a broadly diversified index. So think about it. The VT holds 10,000 different companies in its fund, and it doesn't actively trade those. It doesn't actively trade any of the holdings. All you have to do is you yourself have to actively trade the VT. Granted, while I'm actively swing trading the VT, I'm actively holding every other position that I have, every individual stock, every other ETF, every other index ETF. I have ETFs that are specifically international companies only. I have ETFs that are specifically S&P 500. Other ETFs that are specifically real estate investment trusts. What I'm trying to say is I buy and hold everything else, and I swing trade the VT. Mark Salmon's 1288 says, been watching your channel for years, Graham. Are you calling me Graham Stephan? You do. I kind of look like Graham Stephan. I look like a tall version of Graham Stephan, but I don't promote stupid shit like crypto and FTX. Graham Stephan is a moron in that sense. Mark Salmon says you and Strongman are great. Yeah, absolutely. I think Strongman's fantastic. Strongman is the only finance YouTuber I really go to is Strongman Personal Finance. One, because he's actually legitimately funny to me in a good way, and I do think he's very educational in a lot of ways. I've learned quite a few things from Strongman, and also I've learned other things just through studying Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger and those guys. But one thing I learned from Strongman, I think that the one thing Strongman doesn't... Here's where Strongman fails. I think he succeeds in everything else, but when it comes to investing, I think he should buy and hold every other ETF and every other individual stock. He should buy and hold those. And I think he should swing trade the VT. I would really hope that he would consider swing trading the VT, because as it is diversified at a massive scale. But swing trading that diversification is so smart, in my opinion, because you can make money off of the legit volatility of the VT itself. I do it all the time. VT is not always every day going to go up, 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 up. There are times where you can trickle buy, and when I say trickle buy, I mean like buy one or two shares when VT is going down. And then when it goes back up, obviously, that's when you sell for a profit. There's always going to be fluctuations in the Vanguard Total World Index, but it is the ultimate security blanket in the form of, I think it's the best. I think it's an open secret that people swing trade VT. I'd like to believe more people do, but maybe it's possible people don't, because you don't get the massive swings. You get more swings through the S&P 500, but I'm looking for safety and I'm looking for reward. So Vanguard Total World Index offers me the safety blanket, but it also offers me the reward when it does go up. And the reward's not, by the way, the reward is not going to be fat. Usually the reward is honestly not that great. But a gain is a gain. That is the point I'm trying to make. A gain is a gain. And that matters quite a bit. DJ Santi says, why can I see the whole house now? Because I'm doing a horizontal live stream. And I'm also doing vertical. So it's a dual stream that I'm doing. I'm doing vertical and I'm doing horizontal. Oh, wow, we're not getting, like, any viewers. Nobody wants to watch finance YouTube. I love it. It's good to see you guys on here, though. But ultimately, which is better, swing trading index ETFs or individual stocks? And a lot of people can ask that question. It's a good question to ask, which is better, you know? Is Jeremy Lefebvre a scammer? I personally think he is. That's my opinion of him. I think he sells his ridiculous courses for a ridiculous amount of money. When, honestly, instead of buying Jeremy's BS courses, you could be just investing in an index ETF. Or you could swing trade an index ETF and actually make money off that, instead of buying penny stocks and hoping to God that they go up. No, I find Jeremy Lefebvre to be a disgusting... I do find him to be a disgusting grifter, though. That is a belief that I totally have. I don't believe that Jeremy Lefebvre is all that... Well, I don't think he's well-intentioned. I have my doubts about Mr. Lefebvre. And yeah, to those of you who are like, oh, you're a Jeremy hater, it's like, yeah, I kind of am. You know, I absolutely am. I think he sucks. I think he's the worst part of finance YouTube. I really do. I think if he canceled his channel, if he decided to stop making videos, YouTube, the world of YouTube finance would be better off without him doing his shit. Now, granted, I wish him well. I wish Jeremy Lefebvre absolute success. I just wish he would stop promising his gullible audience. I wish he would stop promising them infinite gains from all these crappy penny stocks that he picks. By the way, is he right about a couple things that he's picked? Sure. Was he right about Monster energy drinks? Absolutely. Good job, man. But at the same time, you're telling people to buy all this other garbage, all these other garbage penny stocks, that these are going to be the next big thing. This is going to 10x. And it's unethical. It's unethical. And it is grifter behavior. On this channel, I'm not telling you that you should buy this individual stock or this individual stock. I'm letting you know that you can use ChatGPT to help you find penny stocks, but you're still probably going to get burned. I'm actually like giving you I'm really like letting you know. I'm not promising you that you're going to get rich. Like, that's the one thing this channel doesn't do. I'm not going to promise you that you're going to get rich off penny stocks. I'm going to let you know that, there's a chance, but they're basically kind of lottery tickets, is the way I look at penny stocks straight up. I see penny stocks as a lottery ticket, and don't get me wrong, I'll buy a couple shares of penny stocks because I love using ChatGPT to screen for penny stocks that actually might be worth like having in my portfolio. But I'm only going to buy like maybe $2 or $3 worth of the company, and that's about the extent of it. I didn't tell you to put pudding on your head. What are you talking about, bro? At least Keenan Grace is usually correct on his trades. He's legit loaded now. Hey, and good. There are people who legitimately understand the game of trading. Whether it's swing trading, whether it's anything else. But there are some people who just understand the game a little bit better than others. Absolutely. And to them, I say kudos. Like, kudos to you for understanding the game much better than everybody else. But like, I think when you're trying to convince people to get into penny stocks, and telling them that this is the answer, this is the way out of your poverty or whatever, that's when it gets to be, that's when I think guys like Jeremy Lefebvre are actually poison for YouTube. And look, I'm letting you guys know that you're not going to get rich off swing trading the VT. You can get actually a pretty okay income. If you're just looking for some income, some sort of gains, yeah, swing trading the VT is not exactly the worst thing in the world. I also do swing trade the SBIT because I don't believe in Bitcoin. I also believe that Bitcoin is Clickcoin. I believe that Bitcoin is a full-fledged Ponzi scheme, and I enjoy betting against Bitcoin more than anything. Why do you have pudding? Hey, you put pudding on your own head, dude. I didn't tell you to put pudding. Why would I tell you to put pudding on your head? That doesn't make any sense. Are you insane? Vacation Time 24/7 says Bitcoin the answer to poverty. I mean, if you want to stay in poverty, sure. I mean, Bitcoin's great if you want to stay in poverty. Like, if your goal is to remain impoverished and shitty, yeah, stay in Bitcoin, dude. Stay in Bitcoin. Yeah, if you want to be poor, look, I know Michael Saylor. Here's what Michael Saylor says about Bitcoin. You know, if you want to be poor, don't buy Bitcoin. No, if you want to be poor, buy Bitcoin. The only person that you're making rich is Michael Saylor by buying Bitcoin. You will ultimately probably be the bag holder, and your desperation is going to be your undoing. Only, you guys are the ones making Michael Saylor rich, unfortunately. All you stupid soy boys out there going in, buying Bitcoin, thinking that Bitcoin is going to be your end-all, be-all in saving grace. It's not. I mean, Bitcoin will be most of your guys' undoing, straight up. You know, so the thing is, I mean, if you want to swing trade Bitcoin, I think that's stupid. I think ultimately Bitcoin is a net negative to society and doesn't do any good. But, yeah, no, I you know, it's funny. I got into Bitcoin early, so I'm a bit of a hypocrite. I never sold my Bitcoin. I just bet against Bitcoin. It's pretty much how I roll. And I think betting against Bitcoin is my best move. Also, guys, make sure you guys tap the like button. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, tap the subscribe button. But, yeah, more subscribers, the better. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. It helps my wiener feel bigger than it actually is. My wiener's kind of small. Yeah. But yeah, I think that, you know, ultimately the best thing that one can do is just invest. Invest. And then let the rest happen. But make sure you guys tap the like button. The more likes we get on these streams, the better. It does help the channel grow. Helps my wiener feel bigger than it actually is. But yeah, tap the like button, you guys. I need it. I need your likes. Yeah, but everybody, tap the like button. I need the likes, man. I'm so desperate for the likes. I'll do it. I will do it. And I won't do anything. But I won't do that. I would do anything for likes. No. Give me 1 second, though. I'm looking up a couple things, my brony brothers. Thank you for the likes, you guys. I appreciate the likes. It does helps the channel grow, helps my dong feel bigger. I can't really get my dong up. Mark Salmon says, I tapped. Thoughts on Jerome Powell's current situation. How about Trump looks... Hold on, you guys. What's up with Jerome Powell? Let me take a look at some of the news headlines here. Jerome Powell. We'll see what's going on with my boy. Huh. Oh, it says federal prosecutors open investigation into Fed Chair Powell. The U.S. Attorney's Office in the District of Columbia has opened a criminal investigation into jail Jerome Powell's. Okay. Crazy, man. So what do you guys think ultimately about swing trading index ETFs? Do you guys think it's a good move? I mean, I personally think it's great. I've been doing it for a long while, and it's been one of the reasons why I've been able to have extra money. Ultimately, because you can make money off of the volatility of anything. Granted, are some things safe to buy on the dip? I'm not too sure. Sometimes it's questionable. There's some things that I would buy on the dip and some that I would not. If it's an S&P 500 company, sure. If you told me I could swing trade but only into an individual stock and not an ETF, if you gave me no other choice in life, I mean, it would be tough. It would be between I'd probably swing trade Realty Income. First off, I love the yield. I love that the dividend has grown as much as it has over time, and I feel like Realty Income is ultimately very diversified in their real estate portfolio. So if I were to swing trade one specific individual stock, one that I would feel comfortable enough buying low and selling high, it would be Realty Income, actually. Mainly because if I have to hold it for a certain amount of time, I know I'm going to get dividends from it, and I know that the price will swing enough to where I can make money off of its natural volatility from buying low and selling high. Trickle buying, trickle selling. So that's what I would do personally. If I could only trade an individual stock and not an ETF, I would actually go with Realty Income. I would feel very comfortable going with Realty Income. Mark Salmons is saying his thoughts are Jerome hasn't been being honest in the past 3 years. Quite certain we already in a... So here's the thing. I feel like the Federal Reserve obviously is manipulating the free market because they keep printing the dollars, right? You keep printing money. You keep debasing your currency. You're screwing yourself over, ultimately. TLT is a good one if you understand the bond market. But here's the thing, though. If the bond market, there's not a lot of volatility. Let's see. The volatility's there. It exists. But it's the iShares 20-plus Treasury bond yield. So, first off, I hate bonds. I really do. I much prefer a diversified equities portfolio because, one, the volatility is nice. Two, I love buying on the dip. When the VT dips, I absolutely love buying it on the dip. I can't think of anything else I'd want to buy on the dip but the VT. I mean, if you had to relegate me to another index, if I had to choose another index besides VT, if you guys told me today, Michael, you can never trade the VT again, and it could be enforced, I would go with probably the VOO or the Schwab large cap is what I would swing trade. I would swing trade safe companies. So the SCHX is one that I would swing trade, and the other one would be VOO, because I don't mind swing trading S&P 500 style ETFs, index ETFs. As long as they're not actively managed, I'm fine with that. I will swing trade that shit any day of the week, without a doubt. But yeah, I love the market volatility, and I know how to make money off of the market volatility. My strategy is extremely simple. When the market's down for the day, I'll buy a share or two of the VT. If the market goes back up, I then sell a share or two for a profit. Depends on, how much the profit is. And by the way, VT is not the only one that I swing trade. I swing trade the SBIT because obviously you guys know my stance on Bitcoin. You know that I believe it's a Ponzi scheme, and that I buy low and sell high on the SBIT as well. So SBIT is a way for me to profit off of the downfall of Bitcoin's price. Straight up. Oh, True Classic T sent me a video.
Mike, how's it going? I'm Ryan, co-founder of True Classic. I wanted to personally thank you for making the purchase. We're always coming out with new products and sales, and if you want to stay up to date on everything True Classic, head over to Instagram and follow us.
True Classic Tees, baby.
Any comments or feedback for the product, how we're running sales, what we should be doing better, please let us know. I'm happy to hear about it.
Hell yeah, dude. My man sent me a personal message. So yeah, the dude, that was AI? Are you sure? I mean, maybe it was. I don't know. I let him know though either way that I played it on my YouTube channel. So, how cool is that, dude? First off, I'm a True Classic fan. I'm a big fan of the True Classic brand. I have yet to get my order because I just ordered it yesterday. But a lot of the reviews look very promising, and it's the right kind of material for me. It is 60% cotton, like 40% polyester. But as long as it's primarily cotton, that's the best part about it, and I'm totally fine with it. They look like really, really good shirts, by the way. And I do plan on doing a True Classic tee review. Oh wow, they sell True Classic tees at Target. That's so cool. Hell yeah! So I can't wait to do a review. I honestly can't wait to do an actual review of this product, man. True Classic tee, baby. Hell yeah. Either way, I mean, I'm stoked, man. Hopefully they see my message and they're like, whoa. Oh, dude, check it out. True Classic legitimately just responded. Look at this. They said, True Classic, that's awesome to hear. I love that you're sharing True Classic vibe with your audience. If there's anything specific I can help you with, or if you have any questions about the product, let me know. Hell yeah, dude, these guys are awesome. I do love their vibes. I'm a big fan of their product. I love their advertising campaigns. Their marketing is so brilliant. Their ads are so fucking funny. I love the True Classic Tee ads, and they look like really good shirts, especially for me. I was able to buy large tall on there, and I got the large tall tees for a very, very good price. And they look like they're very high quality too. So I trust True Classic. I think they look great. And I'm glad they're not like 100% polyester, because I looked at the fabric 60. I've actually worn 60/40s where it's like 60% cotton, 40% polyester. Yeah, they look like great shirts, man. I'm a huge fan, man. That dude 87 says no amount of clothes will make you cool. I'm aware of that, bro. My pink brony bro. And you dance at the gay club, oh my God. I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Brony Club. Pink Brony Club. I'm up and my balls are on the floor. Everybody's looking at me like I'm a crack whore. All know that every Saturday I'll be up there fapping on stage every single day singing. No, how's it go? I see. At the Pink Pony Club, I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on crapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. Pink Brony Club. Hell yeah. I know you guys are like super excited. I get it. Everybody thinks I'm sexy and so cute. But yeah, so just a quick question to my audience: does anybody out there swing trade? And you know what? Maybe we should get a poll going. Let's start a poll. Do you swing trade index ETFs or individual stocks? Index ETFs, individual stocks. Trying to think of like some random ticker symbols. I know, like, obviously OKO. I mean, those are my two favorite individual stocks, is like, Realty Income and stuff like that. I love Realty Income so much. All right, so the question of the day, the poll question is going to be, do you swing trade index ETFs or individual stocks? So index ETFs include, like, for example, VT, VOO, SPY, or do you swing trade individual stocks like OKO, Bank of America, etc.? Now, you don't have to swing trade those ones specifically, obviously. There's other ones that people swing trade. But those are just examples of ones that people may swing trade out there. But if I was to choose an individual stock, if I had no other choice, I would choose Realty Income as my swing trading vessel. Only because I trust Realty Income more because of first off, their cash flows are amazing. Second, they are so diversified in their properties that I feel like I would have no other choice but to swing trade Realty Income because I do think that they're one of the best ones. Also, I do love their monthly dividend. I really do. Mark Salmon says, I've been swing trading SATL. SATL, let me look them up. I'm not familiar with that one. Satellogic? They're a penny stock, man. I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't like swing trading penny stocks at all. I think swing trading penny stocks is a bad call. But I'll tell you what, though. I actually don't have them in my portfolio, so here's what I'm going to do. This is not an endorsement. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to buy a share of this company. Mark Salmons, I'll take your word for it. I'm buying a share. I'm not going to sell it. I just plan on buying the share. I don't know if this is a good company or not. I've not even looked at the balance sheet. I'm taking Mark's word for it. But I don't plan on swing trading it. If it's going to blow up like Intel, that's great. Let's see. What does this company even do? So it operates a vertically integrated as a geospatial company. It is creating and continuously enhancing the first scalable, fully automated EO platform with the ability to remap the entire planet at both high frequency and high resolution. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. Not bad. I mean, it seems like a decent company. Well, it looks like they're almost getting to profitability in their earnings. Obviously, I don't recommend any penny stocks. I do find that penny stocks are more like a lottery ticket. But I'll tell you what, I bought a share. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate. Now, I'm kind of curious. Since I technically can't recommend anything, what do you guys recommend? What do you guys recommend I add to my portfolio? I'm always very curious to hear what people think. I'm not saying I'm going to add it if you recommend it, but if it's a penny stock, sure, why not? I'll buy a share. I'm not above it. I'm not going to say it's I'm not going to say it's a bad idea or a good idea. I'm just going to be like, yeah, I'll buy a share. I'm not going to bank on it being the next best thing, but who knows? You never know. Statistically, though, speaking, most penny stocks do fail. So it's like, you really are playing with fire to some degree when you're doing penny stocks. So keep that in mind, you guys. I'm not gonna be like Jeremy Lefebvre and tell you guys, because Jeremy, you know what Jeremy Lefebvre would be like? Hey guys, Jeremy Lefebvre here. Everybody, penny stocks, yeah, 10x, yeah, 10x, baby, woo. No, Jeremy Lefebvre is definitely one of my favorite grifters on YouTube. Absolutely, I find his content to be the grift that keeps on grifting, and no, I do think he's the worst. I think he might be the worst of them all. And it's good to see smaller YouTubers calling out Jeremy Lefebvre. One of my inspirations for making my channel bigger is to call out fraudulent people like Jeremy Lefebvre, guys like Tim Walls. By the way, shout out to Nick Shirley. Quick shout out to Nick Shirley for exposing the rampant fraud in Minnesota. My boy. But, yeah, but overall, it's like I love swing trading the VT. It's the greatest thing in the world, man. To me, it is. That's my personal belief. I love the swing trading nature. I'm a swing trader, man. In my heart of hearts, I am a swing trading kind of guy. I love swing trading. It's just, It's in my nature to love it, you know? How much is that dog in the window? What are you talking about, Brony? What are we talking about here? Okay, so we got 4 votes. So do you swing trade index ETFs or individual stocks? All 4 people have voted individual stocks. Can you? I'm kind of curious, to the people who voted individual stocks, can you guys explain to me why you trade individual stocks and not actual index ETFs? Like, don't you? Here's the thing. I'm all about safety, right? I'm all about safety. I want virtually no risk and some reward. Virtually no risk, some reward is my goal. That's the way I look at it. Do I have any thoughts on Ripple XRP? I think all crypto is a scam. I think all crypto, including XRP, is one big Ponzi scheme. I think it's a scam. Straight up. Yeah. Sorry to burst your guys' bubbles, but I really do believe that I think cryptocurrency is the bubble that's going to pop the hardest. It already kind of has, because what happens is every single time, like, I've made a lot of money off of the volatility of Bitcoin. And I'll tell you why I made a lot of money in just a second. So one of the reasons I've made a lot of money betting against Bitcoin is because, one, I know it's a Ponzi scheme. I know all crypto is a Ponzi. But being able to make money off of a Ponzi scheme can be really nice, especially if you bet against it. I love betting against Bitcoin because I know at the end of the day it has no intrinsic value. And so it makes perfect sense to me to bet against it. Yeah, I don't really care what Trump has to say about it. I like Donald Trump, but he's wrong about cryptocurrency. Yeah, even if Trump tells me crypto's huge, it's still a lie, because Bitcoin and all crypto have zero intrinsic value. And the formula goes like this. Anything with an intrinsic value of 0 eventually goes to 0. Case closed. It's only a matter of time. So the problem is Bitcoin has a decay path. Boy, Robert, what up, my brony brother? Make sure you tap the like button, by the way. You guys, make sure you tap the like button. We need your likes. We need your simp scribes. We need you to simp, and we need you to pimp. But yeah, no, overall, swing trading index ETFs is probably my favorite way to go with all of it. And I couldn't ask for more, man. I couldn't ask for more when it comes to that, because I'm a swing trader at heart, man.
There's a Phyllis.
Yep. Christian Medwig, what's going on, man? Don't forget to tap the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We need more simps and we need more pimps. So the more simps we get, the better. Obviously, it does help the channel grow. The art of simptography is what I'm promoting at the end of the day. How can I make you guys more simptastic? Thank you, Boy Robert. Is it Boy Robert? Yeah, Boy Robert. Thank you, my brony brother. I do look fabulous. When we adored the fabulous. Oh, when we were young. But yeah, I don't believe in Bitcoin. I don't believe in cryptocurrencies. Not only do I not believe in them, I mean, there's just so much evidence to prove that they're just strings of data at the end of the day is all you really own. And that string of data is not backed by anything of real value. So I have zero faith in Bitcoin. I think that Bitcoin is clickcoin. I think Bitcoin is absolute trash, absolute garbage. I don't trust it for the life of me. I don't understand how anybody could trust it. I just think it's just hot garbage. Hopefully more people realize that it's hot garbage, but people probably won't. And yeah, and that's the way I see it, man. That's just the way I see it. It's the way I call it like I see it, and that's the way I see it. We got 5 votes. Do you swing trade index ETFs or individual stocks is the question. 5 of you voted individual stocks. That's kind of wild. I'm actually shocked by the result. I thought there would be more people who would swing trade index ETFs. Like, I just don't understand. I guess I don't understand the mindset. I would swing trade safe dividend stocks. Like Realty Income, I think is actually a good individual stock to swing trade personally. But yeah, I feel more comfortable swing trading the VT because honestly, I've had really, really good results swing trading the entire global market. Basically, when you have the ability to swing trade the entire globe, I mean, it's an opportunity it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I have a lot of individual stocks already in my portfolio. I don't swing trade them though. I buy and hold my individual stocks. I also buy and hold several different types of index ETFs, actively managed ETFs, covered call ETFs. I've got just about an ETF for just about everything. And but yeah, I love swing trading a lot. It's just something that I've grown very, very comfortable with. Now, I am a little curious to see what I'm gonna type into ChatGPT. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT in a second to help me find penny stocks, right? I want to see if ChatGPT is willing to help me find interesting penny stocks. Granted, I'm not the biggest fan of penny stocks, you know me, but I do actually like buying like $3 or $2 worth of a penny stock because honestly, at the end of the day, that's chump change to me. And by the way, it is a lottery ticket, so if it is right, I mean, at least, if I'm wrong small, but if I'm right big. That's kind of the philosophy behind it. And I don't know which one of these is going to blossom to be the next big thing. I think praying, if you have to pray that your portfolio is going to go up, that's a really shitty strategy, and I think it's a bad call. Yeah, I think it's a bad call. Give me 1 second, though. I do have to send out a couple messages real quick. So this will take a few more moments, you guys. Thanks for being so patient with me, though. I appreciate y'all. Oh, when we were young, when we adored the fabulous. Oh, when we were young. Uh-oh, hold on. Give me 1 second, you guys. Sorry about that. One moment, my bronies. My brony brothers. Well, shit. Hold on. I do gotta take a quick piss and I gotta brush my teeth, so I'll see you guys in just a second. Just stay with me here. BRB. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button. Or if you already subscribed, just tap the like button. Oh, okay. Oh, dude, that's a good idea. Actually doing a poop commentary where I like, maybe like somehow I configure my phone to be like a microphone. That'd be awesome. Sometimes I do come back with my shirt off. ZR Builds, what's going on, brother? It's good to see you back on the channel. We love our boy ZR Builds. Make sure you guys subscribe to ZR Builds. Total stud, by the way. Love this dude. Love this dude. Don't smell my hands. One moment. All right. ET, do I look like the kind of guy? No, I wash my hands. In fact, I probably wash my hands a little too much. That's probably my main issue is how much I wash my hands. Just like too much, man. Okay, so what penny stocks should I add to my portfolio for the long term? So I'm going to ask ChatGPT what penny stocks should I add to my portfolio for the long term. Now, there are penny stocks that could blossom into long-term, really good long-term companies. There's always that possibility. Well, I was actually brushing my teeth. Give me a few moments, though. Give me a moment. We got a few interesting ones. Let's see. KULR. Let's see which one that one is. Is that the one that I just added? I feel like that's the one that was already recommended to me. KULR. Oh no, I already own that one. I already bought that. Okay, never mind. It's okay. All right, what's another penny stock I don't have? Let's see. We got Plug. I already got Plug Power. That's actually one I already got, so we're good there. I got like quite a bit of penny stocks that I just got. Yep, Clean energy fuels. Let's see. This is what ChatGPT is recommending. I'm not recommending this to anybody. I'm just kind of seeing if I got them in my portfolio. Let's see. LODE, which is Comstock. That's good. OPTT. Oh, it's Ocean Power Technologies. They seem promising. I don't know. These are all kind of like just hopefuls. I don't recommend any of these. This is what ChatGPT is telling me to add. Green Power Motor Company. They might be struggling. Well, let's add them to my portfolio anyway. Let's see, RIG. Got that one. Fubo. I think I got Fubo already. Yeah, a lot of the ones that are listed on here I already got. So let's see, G Pro. I think it's GoPro. G Pro. GoPro already got a share of them. CLOV. AQST. That's one I don't have. Elevated volatility. Yeah, alright, why not? I'll buy a share of it. Yeah, it's interesting. I really do enjoy seeing all the different ones. Yeah, pretty much all the ones that it's listing I already got in my portfolio. Let's see, CADX. It's fun to add these to the portfolio. I mean, worst case scenario, my dividends cover any losses for any of these, and I'm only buying like 1 or 2 or 3 shares depending on the price. So I'm not like loading up my portfolio with these. I'm not like... But it is fun to have them in the portfolio, though. It's entertaining to have these in the portfolio. See, BNGO. Let's take a look here. Yeah, all these already got Sundial. Yeah, I already got these. I have virtually all of those in my portfolio. Give me more. Hey, thank you guys for sticking around. I obviously know this is kind of a slower episode. This one's just me doing the dual cast. Obviously, I prefer just doing strictly one or the other. I think doing dual cast is kind of stupid, if we're going to be honest. So I'm not the biggest fan of doing the whole dual cast thing. We got 5 votes in the poll, though. Do you swing trade index ETFs or individual stocks? 5 of you guys voted. 100% individual stocks. It's kind of crazy. ZR Build says, what happened to the algorithm you use? So it depends on what I'm talking about. If I'm talking about, like, if I'm talking about the news, like if I'm talking about trending controversial news, like if I'm talking about Tim Walz and stuff like that, obviously my views are going to go up, up, up. And traditionally, I do have to talk about headline news in order to get more subscribers, in order to get more viewers and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like the news, but I do like to make fun of the news. So it is fun to make fun of the news. That is pretty much my main function at this point, is to just tell everybody that they're wrong. But yeah, no, for right now, I mean, like, obviously, here's the thing. I'm doing a horizontal live stream, and it's converting to vertical, but the quality is so shitty when it converts the horizontal to the vertical that you're honestly better off just choosing one or the other. I choose vertical, obviously, because I'm going to get more eyeballs through the vertical. That's how I tend to do it, at least. Yeah, so it is going to show you ads on the horizontal stream, which I guess it's good that I do the horizontal stream every now and then. I don't plan on doing these like super duper often. I'm really not a big fan of doing these types of streams, the horizontal ones, just because honestly live streams just get me more views. That's the truth. Live streams get me the views, and that's one thing I've admitted. Best thing I can do is just do the vertical lives. See any more? Let's see. Well, ZR builds, I appreciate it. I mean, here's what I recommend. I mean, if you're viewing the ads, great. I mean, if you're legitimately interested in the products, great. I'm not going to tell people to, I mean, like I said, if you like what you like on there, that's fine. I want I prefer legitimate clicks on those ads. So, but hey, I mean, thank you. I appreciate you checking out the ads, though. That's kind of cool. But yeah, no, there's different ads that come up, and that's the cool thing about the horizontal lives is I could still get like ad revenue and stuff. I prefer getting the super chats and the gifts and stuff. It does help, but like at the same time, I got quite a few last night, which was wild. But yeah, no, the best thing I could do is just keep doing more live streams. I think I'm going to stick to the vertical streams though, because I don't like it when everybody's bombarded with ads and stuff. I want you guys to be able to not have to be bombarded by ads, and doing the vertical streams just seems to be better. It seems to be more profitable ultimately. Just because also more subscribers the better. So I've been getting the majority of my subscribers through the vertical lives. And I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of it because, why not? And this is still being showed vertically. I'm dual streaming through the YouTube studio, but definitely vertical lives tend to do better. Not only just in my opinion, but just statistical analysis shows that I'm absolutely correct on that one. But yeah, no, thank you guys for participating in the poll, by the way. I think it's great. I don't know if we're necessarily getting more subscribers doing this, but we're having a good time. Give me a second, you guys. Oh, Chat GPT gave me a fresh list. Let's take a look. Like I said, I love adding stuff that GPT tells me to add. 'Cause they might be right, they might be wrong. I mean, it's able to find maybe patterns or ones that could be added to the portfolio. Who knows? Neo, already got the Neo. Let's see. Grab. Interesting. Let's see. What's Grab? Already got Grab. Okay. I think I got JetBlue Airlines as well. JBlue. BYND. Oh, Beyond Meat. Got Beyond Meat. It's another one that I was able to get. It's a Jeremy Lefebvre classic right now, right there. BTG. I think I got BTG. Yep. Let's see. AI. Okay. RXRX. Hold on. RXRX. I already got them. So I'm just kind of going, like I said, what I'm seeing on what ChatGPT's recommended to me. Let's see. Oh, Rich Tech Robotics. I'll add them. Like I said, I want to be exposed to even the penny stocks. Chances are a lot of these are going to fail. But, there's also the possibility if some of these can succeed, they might get really big government contracts or something huge could happen. So I think it's good to have, these are like little lottery tickets I'm buying. I would rather actually take a chance on a penny stock than a lottery ticket, even though chances are, though, they could all go bust. But you never know. KOS, let's see, Cosmos Energy, got that one. NFE, I don't have that one. All right. It's down. Yeah, there's some of these that, I don't even know if they could have a real turnaround story for some of these. But yeah, no, like I said, buying a share of each of these could be a big win, a big loss. I mean, it'll be a small loss if, like all these, and this is, like I said, I'm just using some dividend income at the end of the day to get these. But, it adds to a little bit of diversification in the portfolio. And, it could be the lottery ticket that I would want. But, it's there. I'm not banking on these going like to the moon or anything like that. That's the level of hopium that I see on like Wall Street bets and stuff like that. That's why I'm not a fan of like Wall Street bets and things of that nature. All right, so uranium. So I'm getting exposure to uranium stocks. BitF. Is this some? Oh no. Is this some crypto mining companies? Oh god. Well, if I want exposure to bullshit, I might as well Bitfarms. Oh god. Oh god, I'm gonna buy. I can't believe this. I'm buying crypto mining penny stocks. They're being recommended by ChatGPT. I'm not a fan of this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Ridiculous. IBRX. Let's see. And there's some interesting penny stocks that one can add to their portfolio, but like I said, at the end of the day, I do not recommend penny stocks. They are far too volatile, and you're basically buying a lottery ticket. The difference between me and Jeremy Lefebvre is I'm going to set your expectations to be very low for penny stocks, and that you should not put all your eggs in one basket, because prayer is not an investment strategy. Diversification is a good thing. If I'm going to get into these penny stocks, I'd rather have a diversified portfolio of these. So, if one of them ends up working, at least the worst case scenario is I break even. But, and that's, by the way, I'm taking a real chance. There's still risk involved in doing this. So, it's the one thing people need to keep in mind. There we go. Oh, wow. VT is going up, and up. Dude, I love VT, man. It's crazy. It's at 145.31. We're rocking some all-time highs right now, dude. Oh, I made a lot of realized profit today from the VT for sure. That's the thing. I love buying the VT, the Vanguard Total World Index, at a very low rate, at a very low cost. But yeah, no, I enjoy swing trading this ETF, without a doubt. All right, here we go. So yeah, I was able to get some extra penny stocks and stuff like that, and let's see what else we're missing here. If we're missing anything at all, that is. But yeah, there you have it. Look, I prefer to swing trade, very diversified index ETFs. I think that's just the way to go, in my opinion. Obviously I'm going to have people who disagree with me on that, and that's totally acceptable. But yeah, no, I think individual stock ETFs can be heavily profitable. No, sorry, not individual, actual index-based ETFs can be very profitable. Whereas, I think it's a big risk to swing trade even an individual company. I think index ETFs are my favorite thing to swing trade. And I think it's the smartest thing to swing trade because you get the security blanket of diversification with those index ETFs. So there's just so many winning combos right there. So many. But I do want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch the stream. I will be doing a vertical live a little bit later. I do have to do a couple things. I got to send a few emails and stuff like that. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in to the show. It helps a lot. Just even hitting the like button, even hitting the subscribe button goes a long way. So you guys are incredible, and have an incredible day.